Hello, today we're going to be looking at the tropics and some thunderstorm activity for our area. To start, in the Atlantic, we had potential tropical cyclone 4 make landfall in Mexico, and it is now impacting northern Mexico and southern Texas. Now we have one system marked by the NHC, which has a 10% of forming into a tropical cyclone in the next 48 hours, and then 30% in the next 5 days. This is still considered a low chance of forming, but I see that this system's chances of forming may go up as time goes on, and the NHC will likely upgrade this to a medium chance. The Eastern Pacific, we have a medium chance for disturbance number 1, 40-40 for the next 48 hours and 5 days, and then nothing else active in this basin. You can see sun convection going on. Nothing in the Central Pacific. Now, something to really update on in the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. You could still see that tropical cyclone in the Bay of Bengal really survived for a long time, moving inland into India. It is now over central India, nearing Pakistan. Its remnants, of course. Tropical storm 10W, Mayon, is going to impact the Philippines. Tropical storm 11W, or Tokagi, is out to sea near Japan. Alright, now let's look at other things. So, looking at the Climate Prediction Center, we see on the tropics, through the 24th through the 30th, the Climate Prediction Center is showing tropical development, and the MDR and to the northeast of the Philippines. Also for week 1, today and tomorrow, we have tropical development possible to the northeast of the Philippines. Alright, now looking at the temperatures and precipitation, we see above average precipitation to the southeast, and then in the northwest we have drier conditions, warmer with slightly cooler conditions in Texas and New Mexico with that rainfall. This really persists, and then by weeks 3 through 4 we have a lot of the same with below average temperatures in Texas and warmer in the eastern seaboard and the Pacific Northwest going to the high plains. The drought monitor, still drought in the northeast and in the central United States and the southwest and the Four Corners. However, the Four Corners region has had drought slightly lessen with the above average monsoonal activity, and hopefully southern and central Texas will have drought lessening as well. Now, you can still see that severe drought in the New England area. Now, for the drought information, drought development likely in yellow, and brown drought persists, and then a lot of the regions that have been getting some precipitation, drought removal likely, or drought remains but improves. Now, going on to the monthly outlook, and the seasonal outlook, we see much of the same, with a lot of the drought going away with the winter and fall. No snow yet, but we're starting to see that it may come soon, and yeah. Alright, going on to other things. First off, we have the live Doppler Radar, and we have a couple strong thunderstorms, and just a lot of thunderstorm activity throughout the United States. And then for our region, we have some thunderstorms, and we could be seeing a storm move on to Long Island after it impacting the city. We have near Boston, we have some scattered thunderstorms, and then a lot of individual cells in upstate New York near Rochester, going to near Syracuse, and then a lot of thunderstorms as well, large thunderstorms in eastern Pennsylvania, and then a lot of other storms in Virginia, West Virginia, and Ohio, more isolated, and then just this general area of thunderstorms in the deep south. Alright, now let's continue on with the National Weather Service, we have isolated dry thunderstorms and in Idaho scattered dry thunderstorms today with that red flag warning as well. And then you see those special marine warnings, then just some flood advisories and flood watches in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, and New Mexico. Alright. You can also see some of these storms causing some flood advisories in the Northeast. Now, looking at the SPC, we've had a couple storm reports, 1 tornado and 2 wind reports. We could be seeing more wind reports as we go further into the day. No tornado warnings as of now, or severe thunderstorm warnings, but that could change as we get further into the afternoon and evening. Scattered dry thunderstorms for Idaho and other Pacific Northwest regions. Thunderstorms likely to be scattered and isolated, dry in Idaho, throughout Texas, and a lot of thunderstorms throughout the southeast, northeast, and high plains. Alright. Now let's look into the day one. We have a small tornado chance for Texas and Louisiana. We already saw one tornado report, isolated, and then wind, no hail, greater than 5%, but some wind possible in these brown regions. And then going into day 2, we just have a general thunderstorm risk. And then on Wednesday, we have much of the same, with a non-thunderstorm pocket in Ohio Valley into regions like Kansas, and then getting into the Northeast. Alright, we have one mesoscale discussion concerning severe thunderstorms. Isolated strong wind gusts and low wind brief tornadoes are possible. And then, yeah. Besides that, we just have a few things to go over further. OHC, or ocean heat content, very high, and these waves could be strong as they approach North America, the Caribbean, or Central America. So we'll be having to watch for that. Sea surface temperatures we see in the Gulf of Mexico, it is very warm, 30 degrees for almost the entire Gulf, and then getting up to 31 near Florida. And yeah, we have a lot of high ocean heat content here as well. And in the North Atlantic, we have a lot of 30 degrees Celsius waters, and then going back down to near 26 degrees as the highest as you get farther north. And then when you get to closer to Maine and Nova Scotia, you get down to around 15 degrees Celsius. Now let's go into sea surface temperatures anomalies. The subtropics are very warm in the Pacific and the Atlantic. The extratropical regions are warm as well. You can see that La Nina, however, there is some warming there, so a potential neutral enso trying to form soon. Or the La Nina will continue. And then, to finish off, we have just a couple areas of interest. We have Invest 90L, just a general wave at this time. We have Invest 91E, which has a potential to form in the next 5 days. And then Tropical Storm Tokagi, which is looking very impressive. And then we have Tropical Storm Mayon, which is going to impact the Philippines further. Now let's see what will happen to these storms. Tokagi is expected to stay out to sea, however it could intensify further, and is expected to be a strong tropical storm, and then would stay as a fish storm, or just remain out to sea. Now going on to Tropical Storm Mayon. We will see it move south of Taiwan and potentially impact areas like Hong Kong or move around it. And then, yeah, it is about to make landfall in the Philippines. Alright, forecast models, we'll just do the GFS and the European North Atlantic today. We see some potential waves that first wave forming and becoming a fish storm. We are not sure what it'll do beyond 5 days. We will be tracking this further, and then some waves possible after this wave tries to develop and goes near towards the Eastern Atlantic. Now the European, let's see what it has to say. It shows the wave really not forming into too much, however the waves behind it have a slightly more elevated chance of forming. So we will be watching this. Alright, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching.